Hello everybody, I wanted to make this video to show a bit of behind the scenes for two drone projects that I have today. They're both quite different and they require different gear, so I wanted to show you how I go about it, what I bring. And as you can see, I am currently in the middle of a frozen lake here in Madison, Wisconsin. You can see somewhere back there the beautiful capital of our city. Yeah, we're in the middle of frozen lake because wind sailing. So we have people on handheld kites and we also, or wings, and we also have people on kites. They can be either on skis or snowboards or skateboards. We're probably going to see all sorts of contraptions. So I'm going to get my gear out and get in the air. What is happening is that in about 2 weeks, Madison is going to be hosting what is basically the World Championships for wind sailing. So yeah, we're gonna get some promotional material for them. I'm also getting some practicing and testing my gear because I will be filming for the event. So gotta come out, gotta test the gear, gotta test the camera settings, gotta get comfortable with the space and what the athletes do. So here we are. Let me show you a little bit of the gear that I brought. Like I said earlier, a big part of why I come out and do this today is because I want to test my gear and my camera settings. I've come out a couple of times with them already in different conditions, but most importantly, lighting. So I'm going to grab my GoPro and start basically pointing it around and making sure that how things look when I'm looking towards the sun, away from the sun, towards the ground, and try to find the best settings that would accommodate all the different shots. So the audio on this clip is just horrible with the wind. So I'm just going to do a voiceover here. I was just going over the gear that I brought, mainly the drones. As you can see, I brought a 5-inch freestyle drone. This is the big one with the exposed blades. These drones are really good for going fast and doing acrobatic things and being very responsive. But as you can imagine, with exposed blades, it can be very dangerous to fly them near people or even near the kites. I can cut one of the lines. So this is really good for getting those fast action shots, but I also have to be very careful with how I use this drone and how I interact with the athletes. The other drone that I brought is this smaller one, is what's called the Cinewhoop, and this one has protectors around the propellers. That makes it a little bit heavier and less agile than the other one, so I cannot go as fast. But being that the propellers are protected, I can get a lot closer to the people, I can get a lot closer to the athletes. Also in my gear backpack, I have all of my other stuff, my goggles, my radio, and this is not going to be a big shoot. I'm just going to be here for about an hour. So I still brought 8 batteries for the big drone and 4 for the smaller one, and I actually ended up going to pretty much all of them. The first flight, I usually take it very easy. It's basically just to get comfortable with the space, make sure that my drones are behaving correctly. That first flight is also going to be a little bit to establish my presence and make sure that they know I'm here and that the drone has gotten here. I'm not interested in getting close to anybody right now or chasing anybody right now because they may not be aware that this is about to happen and I don't want to startle anybody. So yeah, let's get up there and see what we can do. Things are starting to pick up here. It is getting quite heated. There's a lot of kites out here, as you can see. I have no idea how they manage their lines and not running into each other. There's probably a dozen kites flying around here. But these guys seem to know what they're doing. And I'm just doing my best, trying to not run into anybody and not run into any lines. Trying to keep everybody safe. But yeah, a lot of fun. This is a fun crew. And let's go chase some more kites. So now I'm on part 2 of the drone mission today. I was at a frozen lake earlier, beautiful day, chasing kites. And now I'm in the backstage of a circus space. Madison hosts a super good juggling event with people coming from all over the world. And they're right now behind me practicing, you can probably hear them. It's actually very busy out there. I did not expect this many people to be out here. So really flying, it's gotten more challenging than I thought. Thankfully they have a separate space that they use for classes, and in between classes I've been able to grab different people that I thought would look really good on video, bring them to that space and film them there. Sadly that space is a lot smaller than the open space where everybody is that you just saw in that video. So not a lot of room to play with the drone and the different ways I fly around it. So for this part I am bringing a very different drone than what I had earlier. This is much smaller, much lighter. It's got protectors outside too. But I'm going to be flying indoors and around a lot of people that are moving, so this drone is perfect for that. It's a lot smaller, so it can't really carry a very heavy camera. So right now I have what's called a naked GoPro on it. It's basically a GoPro that is taken apart and put in this smaller case. It doesn't even have a screen or a battery, so I have to connect it directly to the battery of the drone. But it's perfect for scenarios like this where I have indoor spaces, small spaces, I'm going to be close to people. So this ended up being a great tool for today. I was able to get some cool footage, but today was too busy to really do something cool. Really one of the reasons why I'm here today is to get to know the people that hang out here and the space and see what sort of things they do, so that later in the year we can choose a day. We're gonna pick different people that do different things and basically script a video to highlight the space and promote them. So today was just to see all the different things that they do here, all the different people that come out here. I did get to fly a little, so that was pretty cool. But it's not the final product. But tomorrow is the actual show in downtown Madison, and it looks like I'm gonna go to the theater while they're practicing and do a couple of shots, like flying into the theater and to the stage. So also good practice to see how their juggling works and their disciplines work, so I know what to expect tomorrow. So yeah, I was able to get a couple of videos tonight, and here they are.